Zach 3DS coming to you live, well not really live, but anyway, live with a video about all of you winos for the 3DS XL that doesn't have the Pro thingy, whatever it's called. I'm gonna show you a video of a guy who makes sense of why it shouldn't have one. And I agree with this. This is why I'm showing it. I'm not taking full credit.
Hey everybody, J-Dub here, and I'm here for another installment.
Oh yeah, and it's thunder and outside.
Actually, it's the first. This is the first ever. Anyways, the first installment of of Ask J-Dub, and that's where we have the little intro card with the heads that kind of back and forth in the little music. Ask J-Dub, ask that. That's actually in my head. It's not coming anytime soon. So yeah. Anyways, today's question comes from Torneko. I really screwed that up. Torneko235, who says, "Hey J-Dub, I see you're really excited about the 3DS XL that's coming out very soon. I, on the other hand, really hate it because I don't see that it has a second analog stick. Why didn't they do that?" Well, you know, that is a good question, and, you know, there's a problem with this system not having a second analog stick to play, to play that game that uses the second analog. What was the name? I'm going to remember it really soon. I'm going to remember Metal Gear. That's right, Metal Gear uses the second analog stick, and that other game, I'm gonna remember it. Oh no, I won't, because there isn't one. Guys, griping about a second analog stick would make sense if there were a ton of games that used the second analog stick. But when the Circle Pad Pro came out in the US, you know how many stores it came into? One. It came into the GameStop, and it only came if you wanted. I mean, it didn't come out in any other stores. You know why? Because there's no other games that use it. Okay, I'm calm. Now, I don't want to get off on a rant here, but honestly, griping about a system because it's bigger, and griping about it because it doesn't have a second analog stick like all those other awesome systems did, all those other consoles and handhelds that had those second analog sticks that, were necessary because you can't play a game without a second analog stick. You just can't. Really? Really? Have we gotten so used to having a second analog stick on our controllers that we just poo-poo everything? I said poo-poo. Everything that doesn't have a second analog stick? Guys, even Monster Hunter Tri-G, which could use the second analog stick, had a built-in thing for the system. Wow, why did I pick this one up? Had an ability to use the touch screen, and it used it very well. I mean, it was completely playable and logical. Why would you have a second one? You're using your finger right here. Oh yeah, you could use it over here. I mean, there is that big empty space and stuff, but you wouldn't need it. It gets in the way, really. Having a second analog stick mandatory is not always a good thing. Maybe I shouldn't say not always a good thing, not always a necessary thing. And for the 3DS, which most games only use the one analog stick, it's not necessary at all. So really, all this gripe, all this fuss, all this mess that people are making on the internet, oh, it's horrible. What will we do? Second analog stick, Nintendo wants to ride with you. It's really unnecessary, because until we get a bunch of games that really need a second analog stick, there's a reason it wasn't made with one. Because there's ones I needed! I'm J-Dub. Got a question? Send it to me. Yeah.
He's got a point. Because with all the games that I play, I didn't even get that analog stick because I never liked Metal Gear Solid, and that is so true because that was the only game that they showed players on that Nintendo channel, eShop channel, whatever it's called. You know, all those different channels that they have online and all that, and on the Wii and on the 3DS, all that stuff, and they all only Metal Gear Solid was the one that really needed both. Every other one they had adapted for. So I don't see, unless if the only game you play is Metal Gear Solid, which that would be so stupid to get 3DS just to play one game. And come to think about, like, when I got my Vita, half my games don't even use that red analog stick. There, to be fair, I only got like 3 games, but still none of them use them at all. And I know there are some like the shooting games, but still, like you can maneuver them with the touchscreen on the Vita and on the touchscreen with the 3DS, like how they did Medal of Honor, Battle I have no clue what it's called. On the normal DS, you just use the touchscreen to maneuver, and that's all you need to use. There's no reason to cry about this. There's no reason to fuss. If you only play Metal Gear Solid, I recommend you just keep your 3DS and just play that game for the rest of your life with the Pro. But if you want a 6.5 hour battery life with the 3DS, like with 3D games, and a 10-hour battery life with the DS games, I recommend you get the 3DS XL. I heard there's no improve with the screen quality, but still, all those hours. Think about some of the chips or how many times you won't have to charge it every 3 hours. Well, that's just me. You guys could decide on your own. I'm Zach3DS. I remember it because most of you don't. I'm not taking the nostalgia critic. He done that way too many times, you know. I remember it, so you don't have to. He done that way too many times before I even came on here. So, thank you, and goodbye.